Hi guys, it's always a pleasure to see Piers Morgan get his backside handed to him, and that's exactly what happened when the journalist Christiane Amanpour spoke the truth about Donald Trump. Amanpour explained here how what the US president is doing is basically extortion when it comes to the assistance Ukraine has received. When a real journalist exposed Trump's lying, Morgan the sycophant jumped to his defense. Have a listen to this.
And we know he's a transactional. Remember I told you on your first show, it'll be all transactional all the time. This is it. Ben Wallace, the former Tory Minister of Defence, said to me this week, it's extortion. That was his word. Before they redrafted it and it became a little bit more signable. It's extortion. He reminded me that Britain had been loaned weaponry and armaments during World War II, and in 2006 they repaid it. Yeah. He reminded me also that Trump's figures about what the US is giving are untrue.
Or the $350
It's just not true. Half of which at least has come from Britain and Europe.
We've got to think of the big picture. That's why I like what the Prime Minister kept saying. This is about getting peace in Ukraine. Everybody knows this war's at a stalemate. Nothing's really happened on the battlefield for the last 8-9 months except more.
Okay. Why is that the case? Why is that the case? Why is it a stalemate? Well, part of the reason is because Joe Biden and European nations specifically instructed Ukraine not to use certain weapons inside Russia. They said, you can have these weapons, but they must only be used inside Ukraine. So that's a problem for them. There are military targets that they would like to hit, but they can't use European or American weapons to do that. They have been flying drones into those areas because they're Ukrainian developed drones or other weapons that Ukraine have developed themselves. But one of the reasons there's a stalemate is because Ukraine have not been allowed to attack military targets inside Russia using NATO-based weapons.
More and more people getting killed. There's no real change in the territory. And it's pretty clear to me what's going to happen. They're going to allow Russia to retain most of the territory they've taken. That sticks in my gullet that they're going to do that. But that is where we are with the reality of this war. Trump wants peace. If he does a transaction...
No. He doesn't want peace. He wants the fighting to stop so he can have a better relationship with Putin. He wants to have the door open so he can go to Moscow and buy and develop property there, real estate. That's what Trump wants. He wants it to be possible for American companies to operate in Russia once again. And of course, Ukraine is a distraction. He doesn't want peace because peace would require a permanent situation. He doesn't care about that.
Business deal where, you've got to remember, in America, a lot of Americans do not like the continued support of billions of US dollars at a time with a cost of living crisis going on this war.
It's all being plowed back into the United States economy. Excuse me.
The
defense secretary says that it's a load of old stock that's been sent to Ukraine.
Why does that matter?
And money,
Why does that matter?
because it's good for America.
But if
it's good for America.
If it brings peace, why is it wrong, but it's also good for America?
Peace is great. But the question is, on whose terms? And everything we've heard from Trump is it's on Putin's terms. Will Putin agree to a coalition of the willing?
See, he started starting out by saying, "Oh well, you look, Americans are upset that all this money is going to Ukraine," and Amanpour pointed out it's not money; it's really military equipment, and it's old military equipment. It's stuff that the US has lying around. It's the same with European countries. A lot of the military equipment going to Ukraine is stuff that's not being used. And what are the European countries and the US doing? Well, they're refreshing their stock now that they've got rid of the old stuff. So they're buying more new military equipment. They're giving Ukraine the old stuff and they're buying new stuff. And what Donald Trump has been trying to do is, well, I want Ukraine to pay for our new stuff, basically, which is extortion.
Can you see Donald Trump being impressed by the UK and the French coming forward with troops, a coalition of the willing to guard a peace line, and that would be enough for him?
President Trump will love that. That's what he's been arguing for years. It's why he pressed down the Germans in 2018. And I think it depends on the biggest economies in Europe and the nuclear war.
Which is actually why today is so important.
We should pay a lot more for our defence.
Okay,
America pays more of its GDP than any other European country.
It's interesting how much...
Step up Europe, and then Trump, I think, will calm down and this will get sorted.
That's right.
So we have to jump through hoops to satisfy Trump. But once again, Trump is never satisfied. Or he's satisfied for today and then he's upset again tomorrow. But Trump, I keep saying, doesn't care about military spending in Europe. It's not about that. Or if it is, it's about, well, you need to increase military spending, but you need to buy our stuff. We don't want you buying your own stuff. So then it's not about military spending. It's just about buying more American military hardware. But this thing of we need to do what Donald Trump asks, while Donald Trump at the same time is saying, I'm not going to get involved in Ukraine, or I'm not going to provide any security guarantees. So we're supposed to do what Donald Trump wants, and he's not going to do anything in return. What sort of agreement is that? Maybe it's good for Piers Morgan, but it's not good for Europe and it's not good for the UK. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.